Well, I'm trying to practice social distancing is even with my car. So you see, that's my car in the middle of the frame. I parked it far, far away from everybody. And that's highway, that's QEW, Queen Elizabeth Way. And it's hard to see, but it's actually, that's blue, that's water of Lake Ontario. And in that direction, yeah, like this, in the middle of the frame, I can see the TV tower, CN Tower, but it's very, very far away. But straight, if you look straight like this, so the sky is pretty clear, as they're saying that because more people are staying home, right? So the air became better. And what's funny is that this is my like my first week in Ontario after coming back from US, and it's surprising to see that almost hardly anybody is wearing masks. Nobody's wearing masks. Even in the store, inside the store, no clerks are wearing masks. The only people, like workers, I saw that were wearing masks were at Starbucks. I went through the drive-through, and now the good news, the coffee shop itself is still closed, but you can now they allow you to do mobile pickup at the door. Like before, it was just drive-through. That's it. You cannot even go and get, let's say, a cup of coffee or something. But now they have a sign that says mobile pickup is open. And with all this crazy coronavirus situation, you know, check this out. Good afternoon, Sergey. Wow, that's pretty cool. And I don't think I even touched it. I just grabbed the remote and it see, personalized service, but very nice room. So what I started saying is that because of the pandemic, right, all the border, the border is closed to non-essential travelers, like tourists. And so now all hotels are empty, and this hotel is like normally, I forget, $130 or $140 a night. I got it for 56, but then of course there's fees, but still it's much cheaper. It's a genuine, you know, 3-star hotel. And I wanted to go to Niagara Falls for a few days because over there it's even cheaper because they have much more hotels, you know, on the Canadian side. But I booked a load. The guy says, when can you pick it up? And I'm like, Thursday? Today's Monday. So Thursday? The guy says, perfect. But more about that in a second. But so I spent 2 nights in Cambridge at the hotel, right? And that last video I was talking about the muffler situation. And I said, yeah, I'm requesting a replacement of one wrong muffler that you sent me, right? And the day when it was supposed to arrive was like, it says May 11th. And then I look at the options over there available on Amazon, and it says change delivery speed. Okay, I click on that one, and it says next business day delivery, $0. And it's all clickable. I see it's a link. So I clicked on that one, and right away everything disappears. I refresh on the page, and now I see it says estimated time of delivery May 19th. Wait a second. Before I clicked on that button, next day delivery, was May 11th. Now I made it even worse, May 19th. And so I had to cancel my appointment with the OK Tire for Wednesday. I said, I'm sorry, they sent me a wrong muffler. I cannot get the proper one in time till Wednesday, so I gotta cancel. We're not gonna install on Wednesday. But then I remembered this A&A exhaust. Pretty nice company. They work with trucks. I took many of my cars here for custom exhaust work, and they're in Hamilton. And I know they have a warehouse where they have, like Flowmaster Super 10. It's a pretty popular muffler. And so I emailed the guy. I said, can you get me this muffler? This is the model number. And the guy says, let me check with the warehouse Monday. And he checked today and he says, yeah, my warehouse has it, so we can order it for you and we should get it Tuesday, Wednesday. And I said, okay, then please do that. And I said, I already have one muffler, so I'll bring my car to you so that you can install both. And the guy says, okay. And so I confirmed with them around noon that they ordered the muffler, and they said that it's probably going to be Wednesday, not Tuesday. And so instead of going to Niagara Falls, which is another like 30-40 minutes that way on QW, I decided to drop my anchor, so to speak, here, because that A&A exhaust is like 5 minutes away from here, But it finally looks like spring. Green grass everywhere. Pretty good. Okay, and so what else did I do? So I got up at 6 o'clock today and jumped in my truck and drove 149 kilometers to Keswick, Ontario. And then pulled inside the yard of JC Trailer probably one last time and called the office from my cell phone. I said, hey, I'm here. Can you please ask somebody to bring out my flip box? And surprisingly, 5 minutes later, a guy shows up, and he's pretty grim, like, serious looking, because probably they all know that I wasn't too happy about the product. But anyway, so that's like water under the bridge. We're moving on. But when I asked him for a quote on the deck, because I was looking at this option of getting like a drop side rail deck or maybe even beam deck, right? Some people, I email like 4 or 5 companies that I know, like that make trailers in Ontario, and some of them didn't answer, but these guys specifically didn't want to work with me. Let's move on. We had some issues. Basically, they don't want to do it. Never mind, no problem. And so the guy brings out my flip box. I load it on the trailer, put one chain over it, turn around, and drive 149 kilometers back. And then I talked to Steve, the guy who has that small 10-ton crane, and we agreed that he was busy before lunch, and we agreed that we're meeting at 3. I'm coming back to the yard in my car, and we're gonna load the Jeep on my trailer. But of course, to load the Jeep, first we have to unload the booster, because there's no space there. Then load the Jeep, load the booster on the top, and now I have this flip box that I have to take off. So it probably would have been like a couple of hours, of work. And I go to the Starbucks, like there's nowhere to go. I go through the drive-through. I get decaf Americano, and the parking lot is empty. I just shut down there and get my portable internet modem. I didn't even check if Starbucks Wi-Fi was working or not. I just got my own. And here's my friend from Alberta sends me a duo video about his cat. So of course I have to call him back. And while I was calling him back, I also emailed there was one interesting load on the load board. Like, despite this being Monday, like normally, right, there's no loads on Monday. Now I see there was like 4 or 5 loads out of Ontario, and there was like 2 loads out of US. So actually I did the right thing by moving to Canada. So now I didn't even anticipate this, but now there's more loads out of Canada. And so there's a load and the listing says 80,000 pounds, and it says 90,000 pounds, but even 90,000 pounds, I don't need the Jeep, right? And I look up the name of the company. Turns out I worked with them before, so I know they have good credit, because I pretty much only work with companies that I can factor with my factoring company. And the guy says, yeah, you're on the computer, we just need to renew the contract because this is already 2020. And so he sends me a link. It takes like 2 minutes to update my information on their system. We negotiate the price. He sends me rate confirmation. And I said, so when can you load? Basically, the load is ready, but now, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm supposed to be at this exhaust place to install mufflers, right? I cannot miss that, and this thing is not in a rush. I think the deadline was Friday, so they said the machine must be removed from the property of the seller by Friday. And so when I told the guy, is Thursday okay? Like 4 days from now, he says, yeah, perfect. Okay, so he sent me the rate confirmation. I checked the date. Yeah, it says loading Thursday, May 7th. And so now I call Steve with a crane. I say, Steve, I'm sorry, but I don't need the Jeep. So are you okay with the Jeep sitting there in your spot on your side of the property for 2 days? I said, I'm coming back Wednesday, because Wednesday I'm going to leave this hotel and just drive in my car to the exhaust place, have them install mufflers, and then drive back to Cambridge. And I have to be there anyway. It's just start ordering permits. I need a bond because this goes in bond. I need to get a bond from my buddy in Washington State. And so Steve said it's good. So basically Wednesday we're gonna do the same procedure like what I did on Monday. I'm gonna drop the trailer, hook up to the Jeep, park the Jeep in my spot, and then hook up back to the trailer. And and I still have to do something with that 36-inch flip box. But it's on a skid. Maybe I'll ask Steve if he has a spot somewhere there, because my spot is not that big. And I don't want anybody to steal it. But that's it. That's what's happening. So now I'm just relaxing here at the hotel. 2 days and then one more night in the truck. And then Thursday I'm loading, and guess where I'm going? Newark, New Jersey. New Jersey is a hot market right now. All the loads are going to New Jersey for some reason. Before it used to be Baltimore, and this machine that I'm picking up, it goes overseas. So somebody bought it from somewhere in Europe, I think, Europe or Africa, somewhere there. And so my job is to load it. Probably I'll be loading myself and deliver it to the port, and that's it. And then I end up again in Newark, New Jersey. But maybe by that time, maybe my custom part from Fontaine will arrive, because I have to go back anyway so that Hale Trailer installs that some kind of a bracket or brace to reinforce the neck. So yeah, that's the plan. That's what I'm doing. So this week just basically was perfect. I didn't even expect any loads. I thought I'd be sitting here for a week, but now I have a load. So things are looking up. Thanks for watching.